Hi Aquarius, welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Aquarius, this is your love reading starting today on the 15th of May, and I've started to incorporate the basis of the frequency of the number as a basis for your reading. And 15 is really beautiful. We have number 1, which is all about new beginnings, a fresh new start. 5 is all about a change in your life path or a change and life path. Coming together, we have a number 6, which speaks about the totality of you, the connecting in with your inner being, with your source, with your innermost intuition. And how that as a basis for the reading is really gorgeous. So let's see specifically what's going on for you, Aquarius, for the very near future. I'm using the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue, but it's not a typical tarot reading. I don't know tarot. I only use the images of the cards to get my intuition going. So Aquarius, near future. So the foundation is definitely there. The foundation is there, Aquarius. But there's something that you're waiting on. The foundation for your life story is there. But it's the coloring, it's the adding on here now that, yes, it's taking a bit longer. But it's worth the wait, guys. It's worth the wait. Definitely. So we're starting on the number 11. So it's a really, and then we have the 8, figure 8, infinity sign there as well. I do apologize that the program reverses the images and I'm keeping it in for now. Number 11, it says 11 and then it says strength. And there's a little birdie there flying away with the infinity sign, flying away, but flying there is, and that bird speaks about freedom for me. So there's something to this that, like, first of all, to be patient about it, because 11 is more it's a master number, but it's more the dream state, the vision of it, I want this to happen. 22 and 33 are more the, like, it's going to happen, it's happening now, we're manifesting it now. This is more the dream state, and to be a bit patient. Like I said, the foundation is there, and now you're waiting for the rest to sort of fill in the, I don't want to say the missing pieces, but fill in the pieces that you need in order to get that full picture, or get that full relationship. So it's a strength card. You might be dealing with a Leo. But other than that, it's a strength card, and it's a lot of power in this foundation. So you're sitting on a great foundation. You're like, the foundation for a love story here is so good. But there's more to it. There's like a bit more time to do, or a bit more time to come to understand, or however that's playing out in your life. But the bird with the infinity sign just wants to sort of give you a validation that it is coming, and it's for the long term. It's like, infinity, it's in infinity, it's forever. But it speaks about long term, and it speaks about how you probably have met this person 100 gazillion times before due to this never-endedness. And also the figure 8 is like so above, so below, so in heaven, so on earth. It's a strong manifestational number as well. So we are looking at manifestation here, but we're still in the foundation, wanting this relationship, thinking about this relationship, wanting it to come to fruition rather than it is happening right now. So whatever that is for you, being committed or separated or single, I think this is leaning more towards the separated and single, because it's like I unless it's something that you're waiting on in an already committed relationship. If there's like a next step in your already committed relationship, if you're waiting for them to commit even more, like a next step in your relationship, that would be the answer. That wait for a tiny bit more, because just a bit more pieces that needs to fall into place. There's something that is rock solid. Something is rock solid here. And so I feel like the foundation for everything that is supposed to now happen is rock solid. But before you see the next rock solid, it's not called timeline, it's not called milestone. Milestone! That's so funny. Before you see the next, I'll just show you, because I see this. So she's sitting on this rock, and then there's like a little gap here in the grass, and then there's another rock and another rock behind it, but it's not an immediate rock right behind her. So it's like we're waiting for the next step. We're waiting for the next milestone to be rock solid as well. I hope you know what that means. But it's an 11, so it's a double beginning, double new beginning. It's a portal. We're stepping through the portal here to choose something new, to enter into something new. So it's really on its way, so that you don't think it's not, still dream state and where are they? Strong manifestational sign there also. So we're really headed towards something, but it's just not quite there yet. And then we have King of Raphael, and the King of Raphael is speaking about, I wish I could just focus a bit more, and also I always think that this little guy being pictured here, it looks like Chris Pratt. It also speaks about how it's, because it says on the bottom, yes, it's safe to trust, and there's a lot of emotion. So I believe that they're describing your person here, because on the top it says warm, generous, honorable, and refined. Warm, generous, honorable, and refined. Refined. And it's like this is on you, Aquarius. I think this is, if we were to sort of check in with their energy, which we can do right now, which we are doing right now, but like if we were doing a reading, like what is going on with them, I always think that it's more interesting what's going on with you, because you have the pulling power, you have the attracting power. It doesn't really matter what's going on with them. That's why I rarely focus on, like, do a completely extended on what are they thinking, what are they doing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter one bit what they're thinking or doing. What you're thinking and doing is what matters, and let the law of attraction do the rest of the job. So if you're, but sometimes, and definitely now today, there seems to be validation for you that you are very much in alignment. You are reaching for that power and that strength, and you are envisioning a new relationship, or envisioning a new, like, coming together with your separated situation, or whatever this is for you. You're envisioning that, and you're dreaming about it, and you're really there. You want this. So you might think what is missing, like you might think that there's something more for you to do, and then they're coming in like looking ready. I feel like they're ready. They're so happy and content. I think Chris Pratt is rather content. Chris Pratt is content. There's dolphins playing in the background here. Very otherworldly, very other dimensional feeling around it. They're so gorgeous, dolphins. I feel like they're so playful and fun and happy, just pure happiness around them. And so this guy or girl is also very content, also very ready. They're the ones stirring up emotions. Water for me is emotion, a lot of energy and emotions. And I think Capricorn, maybe that was not a slip of the tongue. Maybe that was, for some of you guys, it's a Capricorn that you're waiting on, or that a Capricorn that is going to come in. Don't get hung up on it though. If you're meeting, I was going to say fish because it's fisk in Swedish. But if you're meeting a Pisces and you're like, no, you're supposed to be Capricorn, you're missing out. So, but it might be a Capricorn that is watching your Aquarius. That could be the thing. I don't know. I'm not going to go deeper into that. There's something about them stirring up the emotions and them being ready. And Aquarius, you need to know that it's you think that you're rock solid. You think that you are like completely ready for a new relationship. And at the look of it, you are. In many aspects you are. But there's something, you're putting something down that is also like a new milestone that is also waiting to be rock solid. And so with easier words, it's just there's like a next, just one more step that we're filling in the blank. We're laying the final puzzle piece. We're putting things into order for this to come about. And I don't think that it's them. It's like they want to show up and show you they're ready. Like they're here and ready and fun, and they're ready to go play and be awesome. Stirring up emotions. So they're coming in with a lot of new emotional feelings here for you. And so I think it's Aquarius that needs to understand that it's safe to trust. Because this is on the bottom, yes, it's safe to trust. And so that you know that the next relationship that you're entering into is safe. You can trust them. It's okay to attract somebody new. It's okay to enter into this relationship. And you might sit there and say, yeah, I know that. No, I know that. I'm cool. I'm completely in my strength. I'm completely in my power. I'm very much in alignment. I'm dreaming about the relationship. It's not on my end. I'm just waiting for them to come in. But I'm giving you some message here, some guidance about maybe check that twice and understand that I don't think it's them. I think it's you. And you just need to sort of validate yourself that, okay, the next person entering into my life, I can trust them. I can be completely myself with them and I can trust them. I can have my guard down and it's good. But you're not going to even get to that place until this next piece falls into place, whatever that next piece is for you. Maybe it's peace. Maybe it's peace, guys. Not with a carrot friend, but peace. 6 Raphael. I want to show you first. 6 of Raphael. So that's, and it's healing taking place with this person. So I think this person is bringing a lot of healing to you when they're coming in. They're helping you, Aquarius. And this card, when this card comes out, is like a mending or healing of the inner child. Like understanding, going back, it doesn't necessarily have to be that you're thinking about, oh, when you were 6 years old, this crap happened. Or my parents got a divorce, or that could be the truth for some of you guys. But when it's healing the inner child, it doesn't necessarily mean that it was something in, because if you're 30 years old or 60 years old and you're thinking about like the wounded inner child and like, I don't know, and I can't remember even, like you might not even have memories from being that young. It could be that something has come up in the past relationships, maybe like a thread, like a repetitive pattern that just keeps showing up over and over again in your relationships. And it's like, you might think it's the past relationship, you might think it's the past 2-3 relationships, but it has its root in the inner child. It has its root that it's like the wounded inner child warrior is what I want to say. So when I want to say warrior, it means that you sort of had to rebel against something, or you've rebelled later on that you couldn't rebel against when you were a child. And this is now being healed. 6 of Raphael. So whatever you've been going through for the past couple of relationships, or if you're in a relationship and it's just something comes up over and over again for you to deal with, maybe even in an already committed relationship, that is you healing the inner child. And I think this is the missing piece. It's just sort of getting over that phase, or getting over that situation that happened to you, and feel whole around it, feel like it's mended, feel like you moved on now, we moved past this now. So the next relationship that you enter into, you're not entering into it with a wounded child anymore. I hope this makes sense. So you can even sit with that. You can even sit in meditation and just ask for your inner child to be healed. You don't necessarily have to do that. I feel like due to the relationships that you put yourself in over the past decade, has helped you to heal that inner child. That's why you attracted the relationships that you have attracted, because you needed healing of it. It might not look like it's healing that has come about through those relationships. It might have looked exactly the opposite. Like, well, I do need healing after those relationships, but then that was the easiest path for you. It didn't feel easy at the time, but it was the quickest, fastest way for you to attract something that would eventually lead you to that healing, or understanding that you're in need of that healing. So when this falls into place, we're now sort of gearing up, or rather letting the shield go. It's Knight of Michael, and Michael is all about like, let's go, let's go, let's do this, let's move forward. And it's very authentic, it's very real and very raw. And I was going to say you're geared up to go with a very authentic shield, and authentic sword, and the cape and everything. But if you look closely, this guardedness, this wall, if you will, is coming off. And that's what you need to do. You need to have that guard up to come off. I mean, it was a gazillion years ago. I'm not 100 years old, but it was a fair while back where I was for sure, and I'm probably still today, having some sort of guard up, meeting new people. But I definitely had a guard up. I definitely was almost scared to enter into relationships. And I had this guard up, and I met this person who I really needed to have that guard up for, if that makes sense. So you would think that having a guard up is going to attract a person that is very loving. Nope. You're going to attract somebody that if you're not allowing yourself to, if you're having a dominant vibration, if your dominant setting is that you're having that guard up, you're going to attract somebody that you need to continue to guard yourself against, right? Hope that makes sense. Law of attraction at its best, or worst. And then when you drop that guard, just feel that. It feels vulnerable, right? Like as I do that, if you have this up, it feels quite nice. And then you just sort of drop it. We sort of just open up. That was even scarier. We open up and we're completely vulnerable here. We're just exposing our heart. And you think, oh my God, I'm so vulnerable. It's so scary. But the fact is, when you're that open and you have an open heart like that, it's going to attract somebody else with an open heart. And there's no guardedness to, you don't have to use any shield whatsoever. So the fact that your shield is coming off is really, really good, because then you can attract somebody that is more interested in meeting your heart than meeting your shield, or bringing things to you that have you needing that shield, right? I'm going to do a finishing off card, and then I'm going to move right into the extended. Sorry. I'm going to move into the extended. So if you feel like this resonated with you, then please come to the extended if you want to. And if not, that's okay too. I just want to say that I lowered the price for the extended. That could be my little contribution to anybody who's having a bit of a struggle right now with everything that's going on in the world. And I do want to say thank you so much, because the donations started to come in a bit more the minute that I lowered the price. It was really beautiful how that happened. And yeah, if you want to see it, the link is in the description box down below. If not, if this is where we part our ways, thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Bye.